Hey, it's Blank here. So today I'm going to talk about LiveRT. LiveRT is basically a new API, like web API, that allows you to deploy AI applications on the web. And I wanted to explain like how it actually works in today's video. LiveRT is basically available as a npm package called LiteRT, and you can just install it and use it on the spot. Explain to like Scarlet Draw. Yeah. So basically, how I wanted to imagine live art is this way. Uh, Google, like few months ago, released MediaPipe, which allowed them to run like, uh, you know, CPU and GPU acceleration. So they basically had like CPU and GPU accelerated machine learning models on top of their browser, right? And this basically allowed them to extend this API. So how I wanted to imagine LiveRT is basically an extension of MediaPipe, where like it not only just supports this, and it also supports uh, something called NPU. So what is an NPU? A neural processing unit is basically a chip designed to do matrix multiplications faster. So it's like a lot of chips now, like Apple Silicon and uh, computer other computer chips like Samsung has released some, and like Samsung has released some, Microsoft has released some, Nvidia has released some. A lot of these chips, right? They all like they all are designed to do machine learning tasks really good. So you can imagine something like H100s, or like Google Wafer, not Wafer, it was something else. Google Tensor. So basically, it could like do machine learning tasks really quickly, and I feel that if NPU acceleration is also achievable using this library, then it makes most of the sense then to run it with LiveRT than using something like Onyx Runtime or TensorFlow.js, because it's gonna be faster for the future of like infrastructure. And I'm comfortable with Google making this change and not some other technology, because they have uh, information about the new NPU architectures, and I feel that they are doing really good for on-device AI. So let's continue that. uh, Live RT. So here's what I did in this application. I basically imported like load live RT, and I'm going to compile a TensorFlow application, right? So let me just show you how do you actually load that application, put in live RT. So you just basically have this slash wasm file ready here. So all you have to do is this way, because it is stored in live core slash wasm. So once you do this slash wasm, it's gonna load live RT on your application, server application. Once that is done, we have loaded our file. We can upload like a dot t, like we can load .lite.rt file. So this is basically a standard for deploying an application like more weights. So once you have the weights and you have deployed the weights, it's gonna run an application and it's gonna generate some tokens. It's not gonna generate some tokens per se, it's gonna predict the next token. So that's what this application is mostly. And you can see, if I come here and I upload something, I have this 64 8-bit T file. So this is basically GPT-2 that I've installed from Hugging Face. You can just come here and you can just install like Hugging Face GPT-2 model. So I'm using that one for like uh, my interface. So these are the values, these are the float numbers and everything. So I told you that these are the weights of the model, and once I run inference on the data that we are generating, you can see that it's gonna run some calculations here, and it's gonna do something. So if we got 13 output with 0 or identity, this is the shape of the data, this is the stats of the model, which is predicting that what is the next token gonna look like, and it's gonna write that. So if I download the results and I save it, and I open it here in my Finder. If I come here and I open it here, you can see that it's basically gonna output the the tokens in basically this format. So you can imagine that a model as big as GPT-2 can be run on this application, a simple application like this. So this is just the shape of the data and type and total elements. What are the total elements? What are the stats? What are the data type? And what are the tensor dimensions of the model? So basically, what does the model think where does the next tokens are gonna be? So this is basically that. So yeah, this is a really cool API, and I feel that a lot of like AI workflows could be integrated in this. So you could imagine like running really big models like OpenAI is like not medium, large, sometimes Roberta large, as well as like other models like DeepSeek or something like that on top of your browser tabs. Before LiveRT was there was another runtime called Onyx runtime, and it was maintained by it was an open standard as well. And I feel that this is another standard that we are doing. It's like basically talking about JSON and CSV. So you can imagine Onyx as the JSON and LiveRT as the CSV. It's shorter, it's faster, and you can just understand it, but it's gonna be more complex to develop this. And Google is owning this part. So I really feel that this is a really good model, and uh, a really good like library, and a lot of like machine learning experts should really use it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.